Hello, Katrin here with European Paper Crafts in the US. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. I am so glad you're here. Today I will show you what I do with all my leftover scraps. So let's get started. So before we start to see my cards that I've created with my leftover scraps, I wanted to show you the new Easy 3D toppers that I brought from Germany. I will be crafting with them in the upcoming weeks, but I thought I'm going to show them to you in case you want to get your hands on them while they are available. I have 4 new bags here for right now. We have the flowers and glass vases, and look how pretty they are. So for those of you unfamiliar with Hardy Crafts, this is a German company, and what they do is they create these beautiful 3D toppers, and each topper comes in an individual bag, and when you open up this bag, then you have 3 pieces in here. You have one base piece, and here it would be this gorgeous flowers. Then you have one piece that goes right on top, and you can put foam pads to make these toppers dimensional, and then you have a second layer, and that would go right on top here. And then you have this beautiful 3D embellishment. So very easy to work with, and you can check my videos. I have done so many videos for years with all these beautiful Easy 3D toppers. But just check out those gorgeous flowers. Look at the roses here. How pretty would that be for a wedding card? So very beautiful bouquets, and these are called flowers and glass vases. My next one, and I think just right for summer, is called Marin, and it has all these nautical designs with beautiful lighthouses and other, you know, ocean design pieces. So pretty. So I definitely gonna have a video coming up with these. Then these are new too, the vintage flowers and papers, and look how pretty they are. Those are bouquets on these old handwritten letters. So gorgeous. And they come with glitter paint on it. Everything is die cut, so very easy to work with. And last but not least, I have a bag of new kitties. We had kitties in the past. These are brand new, and look how adorable those kitties are. And look at this one, even for a fall card. So super cute. So these are currently all available, and I wanted to show them before, yeah, they always go fast, so I wanted to make sure you get your first dip. But let's now get started with my scrap buster. Now you all have these, I'm sure. This is just a collection of leftover scraps from my card making. And there are some stickers that are left over, and then we have you know, embellishments that I didn't use, but mostly these strips. I know you all have them, and they're just too pretty to throw out, right? And this is just one of many bags that I have, but I'm always trying to use up as many scraps as possible. I will never succeed, I know that, but I also won't give up. So this is what I'm talking about. And lately I had a couple of requests asking, what am I doing with all my scraps? And you wanted to see ideas. So while I'm sure everything I have been doing with them is nothing new, I just wanted to show you my latest projects that I have created with all these different scraps that I keep collecting every time I make a card. I probably have more scraps than normal because of my business. I make a lot of cards, and you know what, the more cards you make, the more scraps you create and have in your bags. So I want to make this offer. When you put in an order with me and you are interested in getting scraps, all you have to do is either email me or put it on your order as a remark please add scraps. And that's what I will do. I don't want to force my scraps on you, but and I also cannot afford to send them out all the time for free. But if you do order with me and you're interested in scraps, I can always add a bag of my pretty scraps. They're all so pretty. And maybe you have a use for it, or just want to have the leftovers from my cards because they're all so pretty. And then maybe today, once you see the cards, you might be interested. So this is something that I would add for free in top of the little present that and gift I always add. So if you want to have scraps, all you have to say, please add scraps, and I will do. And if you don't say it, I won't, because again, I don't want you to take on my scraps if you don't want them. So I hope this makes sense. So with this said, let's start with card number 1. Here I just made a small card, and I wanted to show you when you have scraps. I have oftentimes these smaller strips. You can just cut them into banners and make little clusters. So everything on this card are scraps. The paper in the background, the 2 papers in the background are scraps. Then these little clusters are 2 different strips that I fishtailed. Then I found a little flower. Or here I actually punched out flowers and layered them from some glitter paper. And then 1, 2, 3 make this card. Hugs and Kisses is just a stamp. And now I have a cute little card that I can give at any time. And this is very simple, very quick, but also satisfying. I personally love to work with my scraps. But like I said before, I will never get rid of them because the more cards I make, the more scraps come on. Second, I have a card here. Let's see, this is how it opens. Same way, I have strips, and that's what my most scraps are little strips of paper. Here, all I have done is added in a decorative edge to it with a punch, and you can use your decorative edge scissors, and just layered it on a card. I had this underneath here, not this paper that is what do you call it, crimp. I pushed it through my crimper. I don't know what you call it, but you see what it is. It has a little crimping to it, if that's the word. And then I added just little flowers that I had left over from my hunky-dory packs. So I felt that when you work with your scraps, it's always good to have your ephemera out. I know we have plenty left. Stickers, everything that's left on your sticker sheets, but little ephemera. And if you don't have ephemera, I do have ephemera bags in my shop that are full of little pieces, but I'm sure you have them. Or you can use, like I did here, you can make your own by using your punches and make little flowers. But isn't this a cute card? This will be a thank you card, and I do need a lot of thank you cards since I add them to my orders. But it's just a very simple card, so pretty, and I didn't even look at much at the colors. Oftentimes, of course, I have scraps that will match because that's what I have just worked with. So here is my next card. And then more strips. I know we have all done that by adding strips to a piece of paper, gluing them one next to the other. And I find that these are very colorful and very impactful. So a little bit of white will give it, I would say will give it the cleanliness that it's needing. So that's what I have done here. I have about a strip that is this big, and then I use 2 pieces of white paper that I die cut with my pretty edge dies. I also put it through my embossing folder, and then I edited, so now you only see this little piece of my created background. And then here I made a little cluster also from scraps and finished this card, and I think it looks so pretty. Nobody would ever know that this was just done with scraps that normally would have had no other life. But yeah, there is this white card, mostly white, with this pretty colorful insert. Let me know how you use your scraps. I really like to hear what you do. But this is one of my newer ideas on how to use my scraps. If you have bigger scraps or bigger strips, then what you can do is just layer them the way I have done it here. This is actually an old calendar page. This was a watercolor calendar, and I liked the picture so much that I kept it. And I used some of it for card backgrounds, but then I had these strips left, and you can see they're about an inch wide. And here I have just laid them out to no particular system. I added a white doily and then one embellishment. And this cute gopher comes from the, let me see, just go out a little bit, comes also from Easy 3D, from Hardy Crafts. And this is a cutting sheet, so it's not die cut, but it has this very glossy finish to it, and easily cut out because there's only 3 layers and it's marked for you. So here you can see is this gorgeous gopher here with the watering can, which I have fuzzy cut and then added to my 2 doilies to offset this pretty colorful background. And then to finish it off, I added just some glitter borders, and now I have a really pretty card with no effort and basically just the leftovers besides, you know, the topper, but I'm sure you have plenty of toppers that you could use. While I had this sheet out, I made this cute card, and here we have the sheep, and again I was able to cut these out from this sheet. There is 1, 2, 3 levels, and then I just added foam pads, and here I made a fun fold card. Again, I only used 2 strips of paper that I had left over, small pieces that would not really work for an entire background, but for this fun fold card I only needed this wide strip and then this strip. And here I made this fun fold card. I just added a doily that I punched out, and this system here is basically just a strip of a rectangular piece of scrap that is folded so it folds over. And then Welcome Spring is now a little bit outdated since we're in the beginning of summer, but this could easily be a summer card as well. So find your papers, find your toppers, and see how you can make a card that doesn't look at all that you used scraps. When you have colorful scraps, I find it helpful to either mat them or get them in combination with a darker color. So here I have this black background. This is shimmery cardstock from Michaels in black, and I had these strips, and as you can see I only cut the outer edge with my decorative scissors and then just lay them out and added a saying, which is a stamp, and then a few of those stickers that I had laying around for probably several years, and now I have used them up, and here is my card. So I really like this card. I like the combination of these beautiful summery flowers, the white background on, the white strips on this very black background. I think it's very impactful and pretty. And since I was using those scraps, here what I have done is something similar. I also had from the same paper several strips left. I just added a little bit of black paper, or on this particular strip I added some glitter paper. And so basically matted just one side of the strip, and you only need a little bit. And then I made this arrangement on my card. So you can see how this dark background that I added to one side of the strip kind of gives it an interesting look. I had this piece left over, which I matted on another black circle, so it has a beautiful presentation plate there. And then I just added a stamp things and this little ladybug here, that's what is calling out the things. And again, I need a lot of thank you cards, so I think this is really pretty. Again, scraps that would normally had no other life now made this gorgeous card. Now, talking about these strips that you have, but sometimes you have really, really small strips. Let me show you. So this is what I'm talking about, these small strips. Now, where do you draw the line? When is this gonna become trash or treasure? So I would say for me, I have no problem throwing this one out, especially since this is a branding strip. I have no use for it. I could throw this out. Same one with these. I could certainly throw these out without crying. Now the glitter ones like this and the other one I have here, I'm a little bit more stingy with it because I'm thinking, this is so pretty. This could be added to another piece. Like you could add it to a bigger piece just to give it a glitter border. So I probably wouldn't throw this out. This can go. But again, only you can make this decision. But I wanted to show you an example of, I think, a stunning card where you can actually use all these little strips. So let me show you. Look at this card. This was so simple. I used a slimline card, kind of to my own dimensions here. This was just a piece of cardstock that I had that I made into a slimline card that fitted an envelope that I already had. Then I added a piece of dark cardstock to it for my stash. And now you can see all the strips on here are floating on this gold scrap. And you can see how small they are. I would not have had a problem throwing any one of these out into the trash, maybe other than the glitter one. But now where I used it, what I did is I only glued them right now to this piece here, to this gold foil strip. And then I added it to this card and then I glued it down, or here's even actually hanging a little bit loose. And isn't that impactful? Now, to finish it off, I created this cluster, again from scraps, and then I had a couple of other pieces. These are beautiful die cut pieces that I have. They're also available in my shop. These are 49 and Market die cuts. I took them out of the sheets. They come in die cut sheets, and this is cardstock, so it's pretty sturdy. And I keep them here in this box. So from this stash that I have, I used just these two smaller flowers. Looks like petunias here. And I added one here and one here, a little bit of bling from that cluster that I created, made this card. Now, I personally think that this is actually a very pretty card, but you can see how you can even use your very narrow and thin strips and create something pretty. And then again, I made this a thank you card because this is what I need most, are thank you cards. And I added a little butterfly here from my sticker sheets that I have been laying that's been laying on my craft desk. What do you think? Okay, what else can you do? You could create these Polaroid embellishments. Here I just used, again, a piece of the black shimmery card stock from Michaels. I had these squares available in my scrap stash. But even if you have longer strips, you could cut them in half and make these Polaroid looking toppers. And all I did here is added another thanks note and then two little butterflies. And if I put this on a card, let's just use this card here, I could just put this on a card, maybe a smaller card, and immediately I have something very pretty if I need a card on a run. So making these Polaroid type toppers and have them laying around might be a good thing. Here's another one just to show you that you can do that with any scrap you have. Here I had some pink paper. This is a very old sticker that I had in my stash. And then again, two little butterflies and the thanks. And here it is, just ready to go on a card. Or this could even be an insert if you make a little gift bag, and you could put another writing panel here and write something on there. And then another very simple one that I created with this is not even a scrap to speak of. This was part of the packaging. It shows you the different papers in the pack. I can't even throw out packaging, and I think on a small Polaroid type topper it looks so pretty, and I added two of these pretty stickers, and one I added on a foam pad, and now I have 3 Polaroid type toppers that can go on a card. And in my last example, I just wanted to show you how you can make very cute cards if you have just one piece of a little bit bigger scrap that has no other function anymore. Just put it on a mat. So here I had a dark navy blue piece of scrap. I just made sure that I matted it so you can see it on a white card right there. Just these three, the white card blank, the navy blue mat, and then this pretty designer paper looked awesome. And then I used one of my, like I just said, the 49 and Market embellishments that I keep here in this box, and added a little bit of glitter, two or three butterflies, and there's a card. So this could be a thank you card, this could be a hello card, this could be just to say anything, but use what you have on your desk, and you will see there's a lot of fun in using up what you have. So why don't you try it? And if you do, please share it with our group on Facebook. We have European Paper Crafts Friends on Facebook. I would love to see what you do with your scraps. I have a lot of white and black scraps. So this is also what I'm doing. I'm punching out a bunch of my white and black scraps and make these little tags, and all it needs now is a stamp or a sticker saying, and immediately I have a wonderful little sentiment embellishment. And what I have used here is this Stampin' Up punch that punches out both the first layer and the second layer. And I believe this is still currently available with Stampin' Up, or use what you have in your stash and then work in advance. So now I have these in a little bag, and I'm gonna I have them ready when I need them. But here are all my cards that I made just with my scraps. So if you like this video, if you like my cards, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. Let me know how you like them. Let me know what you do with your scraps. Please share this video with your crafty friends and family. I would really appreciate the support. And remember, if you're interested in scraps, just to do this little add-on to your order and let me know, and you will get some. All right, this is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay or get well. Happy crafting, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.